I think it's very bothersome about what's going on right now in the country. I think it's bothersome the fact that it's been going on for quite some time. Probably worse in earlier times than now, but just maybe a little bit more hidden and masked up and dressed up in a different way. If you all are not familiar with the most recent popular case with Casey Goodson Jr., black male, black American male, legal permit gun holder, legal law abiding citizen. Therefore, I have not heard any report say that Casey himself had been involved in any legal trouble. I don't know. We're not going to bring in parking tickets and all this other stuff. I'm just going to say, based on reports, he had no criminal record. All right. He had a legal carrying permit for his firearm, and he had purchased firearms legally, okay? Just like any other American should be able to do in this country, given the Second Amendment rights. I feel like, and before we even jump into this topic about our own personal views, I feel like there's a lot of racism, and I'm just gonna come out and say it's racism, because when somebody like Casey or Philando Castile, legal permit carrying people, are gunned down, none of these Second Amendment groups come to the aid to just voice out like, hey, what's going on? It's crazy to me. All right. And there's only one difference that I usually see there, and that's the tone of the skin tone. All right. White and black. And I think, my daughter said something to us that was very profound, because she says, why do people call us black when we're brown? And it's true. Like, there's always this division between people in the society. And I think those people who choose to ignore it and act like it doesn't exist are a part of that problem. But Casey was 23 years old. All right. 23 years old, coming back home, had left out, dental appointment. I believe he went and got some sandwiches to bring back home to his family. During that process, he was gunned down by a local officer who was participating with the ATF, in joint with the ATF, on some suspect they were looking for. And Casey was gunned down, keys stuck in the door, and he's fallen in between the door and outside. All right. So Casey was coming home, bringing sandwiches home, ends up gunned down by an officer. This shit's getting ridiculous.
And I think at first the report came out, they were trying to say he was like in the street or something, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Originally,
there was.
they wasn't even. They was trying to.
They
They
was trying
said
to
he didn't
dress
even
it
make
up.
it up to the door. It was
Exactly.
like he was in the street with a gun or something like that.
Yeah, there was that they said he was passing by in a car as he was waving a gun. And this is just the bullshit that happens. Then they start trying to dirty a person up. Like, with no real evidence, they just start conjuring up these stories to try to dirty him up in order to protect the officer. And the officer's name is Jason Mead. All right. And I want his name to be out there because he's a dirtbag right now, in my perspective, like other dirtbags in my perspective. And I just find it funny how, if I go out here and I shoot somebody in this same fashion, they're not letting me go home. I'm not coming home. All right. I'm already booked, charged, in jail, maybe come up to a hearing, and they're kind of like, okay, circumstances, he can get bail. I feel like these officers should be the same way. They should be locked up, sent to jail, have a hearing before they go out on bail. But they go home, and then they go through this whole coaching process. And what's even worse is now you got his mother sitting here wondering why she's missing her son. And that's something that we are worried about still to this day, because you don't have to be doing anything. It's
Well, up until a couple of days ago, I don't know the last couple of days, but they hadn't even released the body. She still hadn't.
She hadn't
Never
seen her
seen the
son's body, not even
Yeah.
yet. Yeah,
She
and that's crazy too, that she hasn't been able to see her baby. All right, and I just think that that in itself is cruelty. I think it's disrespect, and I think it's something that's inconsiderate of the justice system, in just a deeper fashion of being personally or vindictive. Like, how do you not let a mother go see their child after anything like that? It's not going to hurt you to let her come in and see her son's dead body. Like, that is ridiculous to me. Okay.